Check. Check. Okay. Hey, what the bleep? What the fuck is going on here? Is the audio okay? Hey, Jonathan. You know, here's the thing, too, guys. I'm like super on the fence about it. I don't know if it's theater. I don't know if it's real. I have no idea. And I let that be known. Okay, good. Um, yeah, he's okay, right? Uh, I just like, we can't know if this is real or theater, but my stomach is still in knots. I just don't like this. My heart's beating. I think everybody got that rush of adrenaline, and it's not just our country. You know that so many other countries around the world are just praying that we get Trump back in office. This impacts them too. Yeah. So there was someone in, oh, hey, Gigi. So there was someone, a bystander was shot and killed, and the shooter was shot and killed, or two bystanders were shot and killed, and the shooter was shot and killed. Not exactly sure. Now you'll see the still on my screen right there. That's Tatum, Officer Tatum. Everyone's live streaming this right now. But, I didn't really want to show video of this over and over and over. I'm really interested to know what you guys think about this. I love Tatum too. Oh my God, I love him. If this is an organic, authentic assassination attempt, what does it mean? If it's theater, what does it mean? Did it solidify a victory? Okay. Here is why. Well, okay. There's some other things going on, and Mark, this is actually from the link that you sent me. Watch this. Hold on, let me find Homegirl. I gotta find this now in the mix. Shit, hang on one second. I'm learning how to, okay. Listen to this woman very closely. Okay, listen to her, what the name of this group is called. Uh-oh, you can't hear that. Hold on. Oh, yeah, that's right. We were working on that. What, Joey? Hang on, honey. Maybe, yeah. Oh, let's see. Oh, dang it. How do I do this again? I'm going to see if this helps right here. If I can turn up this volume on the sound, if you can. I just don't want it. After a group called Patriot Front was seen marching through downtown. That's going to echo, isn't it? Was that echoey? Crap. I did this the other day and now I don't know how to do it. So, this lady is talking about these patriots, right? They're pretend patriots. I want you to really, really take this in right now. Okay? Look at these people. Look at them. Look at how fit they all are. Look at how they're all marching in formation. Look at how all of them are wearing packs or something. They're all dressed the same. They all have their heads and faces covered. Okay? This is called Patriot Front. Now, look at real patriots. Do you see in the background at every MAGA, every Donald Trump rally, what real patriots look like? They're overweight. They don't look particularly healthy. They're dressed like Americans. Nobody's face is covered. They're proud. So when you see these guys out marching around and running around, and then you see the city, Nashville Democrats speak out. This is what we're fighting against in Tennessee. This is what we're fighting against in America. Blah, blah, blah. So they're trying to pretend and make like we condemn this activity in the strongest possible way and denounce the perpetrator. Right? They're going to make you think and believe these people are MAGA Republicans. These are probably illegals. These are probably FBI agents. Okay? These people back here in the background of every one of these videos, that's what MAGA Republicans look like. Okay? That's what actual patriots look like. Let's see. There's Tatum. Look at the people in the crowd at any Trump rally. Well, there's Trump. Okay, so he was shot right here on the ear. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? He was. It grazed his head, apparently. Or did Trump have something in his hand so that when he brushed his hand across his ear and made a blood splatter, it looked like he had been shot? Okay, I mean, that's a possibility. Which one is most likely true? The simplest explanation. Hold on. I'm going to let you guys look at this for a second. And, oops. And shut Joey's door. 1 second. Okay, I am back. So this is how my brain works. Remember, I told you when I was a little girl, I used to read the Sherlock Holmes short story mysteries with the answers. You had to try to solve the mystery. And then I also would play this game called The Point of Law. And it was all these court cases, and you read the court case and tried to determine how the judge ruled or how the jury ruled. And then you could flip in the back of the book and learn how they ruled and why, what the precedents were, and all that good stuff. So I look at everything from a bunch of different possible angles. Like, what are the most likely things that could be happening here? Now, you will also know that I have been following the history of how, the royal family or whoever controls things in the city of London has been planning and rolling out their plan to dumb down America and take it back since before we won our independence. Since our independence. This is not undocumented. There's plenty of information out there, and I've pointed people in the direction of a man called, I'll put it in the chat, John Taylor Gatto.com. Oops, I put that in someone else's chat. What the flip? Let me put it in our chat. John, okay. So this website that I'm posting to the chat right now, JohnTaylorGatto.com, he has since passed. This is the gentleman who has such an interesting past. His biography is very interesting. What he ended up doing was exposing this plot and plan to dumb down Americans and take America back, and he's not the only one. But from his website and his videos, you can learn about it and the other people who have exposed this. So, is it theater? Is this a real thing, or are we watching, The Simpsons? Let me go back in the chat and see what's going on. Yeah, you think he just won Pennsylvania? Yeah. Exactly. So that's why I'm saying if they do something like this to justify then all these MAGA marching face covered soldier guys going through the streets, where are you going to find this many Americans in that good of shape who march that well together? Tell me, answer me that. Where did these people come from if they're not literal military, or they're illegals who've been in the country long enough to learn how to march together? Give me a break. They all looked, you know, let's look at this really right here. Hi everybody. Thanks for being on. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Okay. Now, so let's see. Okay, thank you, Gigi, for being careful of my words. Yeah, okay, so Jono, I do not know what to believe. Sometimes better to start skeptical. So don't look for beliefs. Don't try to believe anything. Look at the evidence. Just look at the evidence. And sometimes the evidence isn't what the official story is. Sometimes it's other stuff. Sometimes it's literally what you can see with your own eyes. Sometimes it's your intuition. Literally, sometimes that's the evidence, the only evidence you need. Don't try to believe stuff. Step back, observe, and entertain a variety of possibilities. Yes, remain skeptical. The scientific method. That is what science is all about. We can't get emotional about this, And that's another reason why I wanted to come on is everybody just breathe. Everybody just breathe. Whether or not this is real or not real, the whole entire country and the world just had a massive flood of adrenaline. Hi, New Zealand. Hi, Daniel Brown, sweetie. How are you doing? Yes. So uh, So I mean, I think everybody pretty much knows at this time he was shot unfatally in the head, ear. I can't figure out how to do horizontal streams. I mean, vertical ones in OBS. So let me put this other thing back on because I want to make sure you get a chance. Where did it go? I want to make sure you get a chance. Dang it. To see. Did I get rid of it? Maybe I did. Oh, there it is. When you see these types of soldier looking people, these are not MAGA patriots. That's not even what kind of American flag is that? These are either agents, military, or they're illegals trained to be military. It's one of those. Yes, yes, Mark. The sanctuary cities, yes. And the lockdowns, exactly. Exactly. Trump is okay. Trump is okay. But how can you really be okay with that and after that unless you're in on it, right? If he's in on it, sure, he's okay. If he's not in on it, he's not okay. And his family is not okay. Think about his son, Barron, just graduated from high school, getting ready to go. He was accepted to all his picks and got, and whatever. So he's going to do that. And he just waved to the crowd at his first rally down there. I believe it was the one in Doral, Florida. Empiricist. Yes. Well, and how far back do you go to get your evidence? What is the evidence that you're looking for? Um, it's really important that we allow our beliefs to be challenged by looking at opposing beliefs. Also, go go to the source. Watch C-SPAN. Watch unedited interviews. Look back, dig, way, way, way back. You know, good research. Good research. Naruto, okay, they want us all living in fear. Everything's going to be fine, okay? Everything's going to be fine. Whatever we are experiencing, we were put here for this moment in time to have that experience and be part of this. Regardless of what happens in life right now, this is a really important time in history. And, something's coming. Something's coming. So there's a new creator that I found. She's absolutely lovely. I don't know her name. I will try to share her in some future lives. She's got the right idea when it comes to what kind of energy. Surrender, just relax. Go with the flow of the changes of the energy. Learn how to surf that energy, right? Stay on top. The wave is coming, so you're either going to get pulled down underneath or you're going to ride the wave on top. And so that's kind of what I'm suggesting you do. Ride that wave. Just surrender and breathe, relax. Everything's going to be fine. After just a little bit, actually, it's going to be better than fine. The thing for me that sometimes gets kind of scary feeling to me is the transition, not knowing what's going to happen, before we land. Once we land, we can work everything out, right? It's it's that transition stage that can look real messy and it can be really painful. So just relax, surrender into it. Keep, you know, just dive into your art. Keep breathing, ground. But when you see these guys marching in the streets, don't you believe it. Okay? Does anybody know what that's from? Don't you believe it. Is that from anything or is just that something that I do? I don't even know. God. So, how are you guys doing? Like, how are you? For real, how are you? What's this doing to you? Okay, so we talked about what you think about it. Now tell me what you feel about it. Where is it? Where are you feeling it in your body? How is it in your brains? Let's breathe and let it out and move around a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because what this will do is throw us right back into a state of trauma response where then we need to go heal ourselves, relax our shoulders, and do our vagus nerve meditations, do the things, do our eyes back and forth in our heads, take a deep breath and let it out. Oh, Gigi. Exactly, Jonathan. It could be a false flag. Exactly. You could be correct about that. Absolutely. You know, and that's what I'm saying. Is it theater? And what's the whole storyline? We don't get everything. We just get fed a little at a time and hints. And that's why I was telling you guys, remember, the name of this group right here is Patriot Front. They're a front. They're not real patriots. It's a front. You get it? It's hidden in plain sight. Where are you ever going to find that many Americans in that good a shape in one place? Give me a fucking break. Sorry, but goddamn. Oh, sorry, I've got Tourette's now. And sorry if you do. I'm not making fun of you. I'm a Gen Xer. We are super inappropriate assholes. So sorry. And I mean that sincerely. Jonathan, it's really just about nobody. I don't care who you are, wants anything bad to happen to anyone else. You know, when Biden stood up there during that debate, I felt really bad for him, and I have for a long time. I don't want anything bad to happen to anyone, even if they are whatever anyone says they are, you know? He reminded me of my dad who's got Parkinson's and is on meds, and we can be compassionate people even if we don't like someone. So, um, you know, we just don't need this collective trauma. This is not good for us, for anyone, any of us, even you. You may feel removed for it. I know I'm, getting a sense of where you are politically. Totally cool with that because you're a cool dude and you bring respect. And so does everyone else that's on here on a regular basis. So uh, it's about humanity. And so it's just not good for anybody to live in a world that has so much tension and toxicity. National Front. I mean, seriously, like, oh, I like that. Is it a little flag? I don't know what you just did, but it looks like a little American flag. I'm a dork. So, anyway, you guys. Anyway. Anyway. That's what I wanted to come on and talk about, and just, um, I'm really interested. I don't think I can just stream Tatum. I don't think that's probably a good idea. Oh, there he is on the ground. Can you guys see this one? It's disturbing no matter who it is or how you feel about it. And absolutely 100%, you guys, if this was an assassination attempt on Biden, I would be bothered and I would have come on here and I would have asked the same questions. Is this real? Is it fake? It's all driving a narrative. I have a very hard time believing it isn't. And I'm not saying about this specific incident today. I'm talking about in general. There's no way it's not just as rigged as it possibly can be. Wow. Yeah, once you're president, you're always known as president. Well, okay, but did they really not know? Was that an innocent question though, for real? Was it? See, I'm naive though, you guys know that. I don't know when people are being mean unless it's super blatant. But, like, do they really wonder that? Exactly, Jonathan. And that's what I'm saying. The whole thing. The whole thing. Every world leader is a puppet or they die. Every world leader is a puppet or they die. So someone was asking me about Gaddafi earlier or yesterday, and I was like, oh my gosh, yeah. No, he had the gold standard backing his currency he was about to unleash on the world. They're like, what do you think you're doing? And they sent in the people and they put someone else in his place, got rid of him. They made the world believe he was an evil dictator. Same thing with other world leaders. We don't know. The most we know is that someone's pulling the strings, someone's calling the shots, and it ain't us. It's like George Carlin, you know. I need to figure out how to get this audio. Oh, I know how to do it. I know how to get the audio, and I just remembered. Hold on. So let's see. Okay, hold on now. I hope I can do this for you guys because I love this. I love this man. This is the man I wanted for president. Hold on. Hold on. Of course, I've got a commercial playing. Okay, I'm going to now come here to this one. Yes. Okay. Now I'm going to this one. Shoot. Can she do it? She do it. Noam Chomsky's book. You know what? I haven't read any of his books. I've listened to him. I'm, you know what, you guys? I'm going to admit it right here. I'm not a Zionist. I'm not a political Zionist. I don't listen to Noam Chomsky because I'm not a political Zionist. I'm a religious Zionist, however. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I have listened to him because, like I said, you guys, and I do this myself, I want to hear what people have to say. I don't have to agree with them. So I will listen to him, you know. But yeah, he is. Oh, I mean, everyone has their own opinions. And when you really, someone that doesn't agree with, what do you do? Will you really be mad at someone that doesn't agree with what you do? It's kind of a case by case thing. You can't you've got to really just it's case by case. So let me see if I can pull up this audio. Come on. Come on. Let me know if this echoes, okay? Hold on, let me move this. I'm going to shrink it down just a little bit. Let's see if you guys can hear this. You know, I'm new to this kind of streaming. I'm not prepared. Oops, it's muted. Wait. Why can't you hear it? Oh, because I muted it up here. 1 second. Okay, I don't know. It might echo. Let's try it. Nope. Dang, dang, dang. Thank you for being patient with me while I figure out what the flip nut I'm doing. 'Cause I don't know. I don't know. Dang it. You know the one. I sound like Biden now. You know the one. Audio. Thank you, Naruto. I love George Carlin. I wanted him to be president. And really, I'm a libertarian. I'm in the middle. I just want people's liberties. I want everybody to be able to feel safe and happy and do their own thing. You know, get freaky, dog. Do you, boo boo? But I don't really want to hear about it. But I want to be able to do whatever I want on my property in my little slice of heaven without you having anything to say about it. Yeah, why? I remembered. Oh, properties. Dang it. Corey showed me the other day. And now I don't remember. I'll show you next time. How are we doing? I don't have a lot of light on me, so it's probably a little grainy. Hey, Joey? 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 Oh, oh. You're being noisy. I miss George Carlin too. Aren't there some lost tapes? Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah, Jonathan. It's, yeah, libertarian. Anarchist is a little different. I mean, we need a government we don't need to anarchy against, right? When you go against a tyrannical government, is that tyranny? No, I mean, when you go against a tyrannical government, is that anarchy? No, that's patriotism. That's libertarianism, if I'm not mistaken, right? Who's Carlin? Girlfriend, I wanted to play a video for you, but I couldn't figure out the audio right now. 'Cause I'm just a mom. Sometimes I'm just a mom. I think I need to turn this a little bit this way. So, let's see. I'm for extremely limited government. And the nice thing about the United States is that we have socialist programs. So if someone needs to live in a socialist lifestyle, they can do that here. We already have all the social services anyone could ever want. But we also have the freedom to be completely capitalistic if we so choose, which is a beautiful freedom to have. It really is. Yes, Gigi, by the people for the people. So when they say that someone doesn't have the experience or isn't qualified to be president, what does that even mean? The most qualified person would have to be someone who's successfully run huge businesses and negotiated huge deals successfully. Um, and a lot of people don't understand, like the layperson doesn't understand business and how businesses get, whatever, all of that stuff and, all of it. Why business people do the things they do. And so they might criticize someone for the way they've done things in certain business transactions and blah, 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 because they really don't understand. And I think that's part of the problem is like some of that stuff's above people's heads, but they need to be able to trust somebody. Naruto, that's not a bad place to be, not knowing anything, but make sure that whatever you put into your head, you understand and take with a grain of salt and just verify, validate, validify. Is that a word? So, George Carlin was just a brilliant, controversial comedian from the 60s. He started out real big on like Saturday Night Live, and uh, he's just an anti establishment kind of guy. And in his own comedic, sarcastic way, it's kind of like satirical comedy. He exposed what we would now call the deep state, basically. You only get this political. I think that it's really important for us to understand as a people what's happening and why we need to take the power back out of their hands. We've got to get the power back out of their hands. This has gone quite awry. We no longer need representatives. We needed representatives back when we had to send someone from our little village on horseback with a letter with how our village was going to vote. We no longer need that. We can all vote. Look, we can all vote right from our phones. My kids and I were discussing it. You would use like the Bitcoin, what do they call that system? Yes, they've forgotten who works for whom. You cannot have your public servants in any way able to profit from their positions where they're supposed to serve um, the community. So, education is really important, Naruto, but you have to be very careful about who's educating you. What are they telling you? Research it for yourself, dig deep, and you cannot just use the internet because things can be scrubbed from the internet, but they can't be scrubbed from every single library in the world. Is my stream jumping around a little bit? I need to figure out or remember how to do the audio, and then I'll do that. We've got to have like a karaoke night and a comedy night. I love some of the best. I just love comedians. Comedy is my absolute favorite. You know what they do with cryptocurrency, right? How that's coded. Yes, the digital currencies. But what I'm saying is we don't need to have representatives in our government anymore because we can represent and vote for ourselves on a whole lot of the things that we don't need them for anymore. We don't need them to be our voice anymore. They're misrepresenting us. Let the lobbyists try to come to the American people, and they do. They do. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Oh my God. You just have to dig and dig and dig and dig all the time, looking at all the different, everything that's available to you. And that's not really that fun. I really don't do that. Never mind. Forget I said that. That's what I do. I'm the fun one at a party. Don't do that. Don't do that. Spare yourself. I love learning so much. And I see trends. I see patterns. I see trends. Um, I see things coming a mile away. Unless it really matters in my own life, and then I can't see it at all. Why does this look so weird? Oh, I know why. There we go. That's a little better. There we go. I don't know why I had it like that. I forgot my little prop up thingy. What's happening? My whole thing was off. I didn't set up my camera before I came on because I was just like, oh my God, the world is going to end. Sorry, was that too loud? Well, I am glad. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you and that you like the deep dives into things, Jonathan. Because I think you guys can tell. First of all, I don't take myself all that seriously. Second of all, the shit going on in our world, you know that I do not pretend to know what's going on. I'm happy to talk about it. I have done a ton of research in certain areas. So there's certain things that I'm less open to explaining or hearing about because like I've already done all that research. Sometimes I don't feel like catching people up to speed. But then I just won't engage in the conversation, I guess. Blockchain. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you, Mark. Blockchain. Um, oh, is he now? Oh my God. Let's see if I can see, I don't know how to do the audio. Corey? Is he sleeping? Corey? Let's see if I can pull up something with Biden doing his where would Trump or Biden live? Okay. Is he doing it now or in a minute? Okay, let me see if I can pull this up and get audio. They're not going to let me show their thing. Oops, that's the wrong one anyway. Okay, so here's ABC. Will I get in trouble for showing ABC? It's news, right? Isn't it on like anyone with a TV can get it? Oh, just finished. Never mind then. Oh, that's okay. I didn't want to see it anyway. Oops, that's not me. Oops, oops. What is happening? There we go. I need a warning at the beginning, like, if you have seizures, don't watch this video. So what did he say? Was he like, oh, I'm real sorry, or ha ha ha, that jerk? No, I'm sure he had very pleasant things to say. Oh, he's going to telephone Trump. Awkward. That's nice. As he should. I'm glad. As he should. As he should. Why would he phone Trump? Because the President of the United States should be diplomatic enough to reach out to his opponent when he is shot in the head and say, I'm sorry, we missed. No, say, I'm sorry, that sucks. Am I wrong? Is that a good answer? I'm just guessing. I'm not the expert, you guys. I've told you I need adult supervision. You know? I think everyone believes that I believe what I say because my voice has so much conviction. But I'm very open to ideas. I just like intellectual, stimulating, logical, scientific evidence. Just evidence, that's all. And I like ideas, theories, hypotheses. I dig it all. I'm not afraid to look at other possibilities and views, worldviews, any kind of views. Mm, I am not afraid. Yeah, no, I do like to know what's going on, but I don't believe anything I see. I am an INTP, which makes me the analyst, and I do have a much higher than average IQ, which is a blessing and a curse. I'm on the autistic spectrum, so I do see things differently, I think, than other people. I also have an Aquarius moon, which means double whammy that I don't get wrapped up in the emotions of stuff for very long. Yes, thank you, Gigi. And that's not exactly fun, you guys, because you're called a, whether it's conspiracy theorist or just crazy. I wrote the first gluten free guidebook. I'd already been gluten free for several years. And I wrote that book in 2004. Nothing was gluten labeled or anything. Nobody believed me. Well, some people did. I actually worked with a lot of clients and helped a lot of people. But I was surprised at like how many people did not want to listen or care. And I learned over many, many years of trying to share information with people about things, just not to. And then eventually 10, 20 years later, it becomes mainstream. I'm like, look, see, I didn't even have to do anything. It's already done. They're doing it. So, yeah, you guys could have been on the wagon with me 20 years ago, but what do you think this means for the RNC that starts on Monday? Well, heightened security. Um, hold on. Um, sorry. Heightened security. Probably nothing. Nothing. Yes, I have heard of 2025. No, no, no. It's not something that's going to happen. This is basically the outline of how they plan to get America back on track under a um under I guess a Republican president, I guess. I need to look more into it. I'm guilty. Have not really looked into it, which I'm surprised I haven't. But I've still been trying to get my chatbot stuff done, you guys. Oh, thank you, Jonathan. Thank you. You inspire me back, you know? And I was thinking, I want you guys to know, and Jonathan, um, I was thinking about our conversation the other day, and we were kind of getting into religions a little bit, like blah, 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 right? And same thing. I can say the same thing about my take on religions and Muslims and Jews and Russians and Israel and Gaza and Hamas and Palestinians and everything, right? The end of the day, it's about human beings. And not every human being lives the same way as another human being. And so we're not going to see eye to eye. And inevitably, there's going to be um, people fighting. That doesn't necessarily mean there has to be wars, but there's going to be people who fight. Okay. But mostly, I just want you to know that I hear you, the things you say. I think about the things you say. And sometimes I wonder, like, I'd like to hear more about that thing that you say. It's kind of hard on here, though, right? Like, um, but I want you to know that you all are very thought provoking to me. Um, Jonathan, it seems like, is sort of the lone lefty on the chat. And I think you're great for hanging out here. And I think I know where you're at. You're kind of like I think you're like me. You're libertarian. When you're young, you tend to be a little more left because you're a little more idealistic and you want certain things. I was too. And then once you have children, you stop really caring so much about people that you actually can't help, but you start caring a lot more about what happens in your own neighborhood, in your own city, because now you have kids that you have to protect. And it turns you into a different type of person. And so most people do grow and they transition from being more progressive and liberal and idealistic to being more rigid, more conservative, and wanting more safety and tradition and the stuff we know that works. And both sides working together is where we get our harmony. But we've got to be able to do that in a way that's productive. That's the thing. No, I just to clarify, I do mean what I say. And but I love information. I love a good debate and I love to learn from people who know and experts and I love to research. So you didn't have children. You didn't birth them babies. You didn't birth them babies, cowboy. Yeah, exactly. Because if you listen to someone like Noam Chomsky, if you listen to someone like Thomas Sowell, whoever name it. If you listen to someone like Donald Trump, he just recently did an interview. I posted it on my other secret page in the community section. Beautiful, beautiful interview. So eloquent and so spot on. But then you listen to RFK Jr., for example, who I'll admit I have a hard time listening to him, guys, but he's brilliant in his own way. being able to listen to someone who you know is qualified to speak and who is brilliant on a topic will only expand you as a person, even if you don't agree with them. When we get the Star Trek technology, um, what does this mean? I reckon we'll have communism in some form. So, explain, what does that mean? Like, yeah, both sides, all sides, absolutely, absolutely, all sides. Be, if you really want to be of strong mind, you need to listen to opposing views. Not like opposing views of idiots, opposing views of people that you know are credible. Not opposing views of idiots, but people that you're like, this person is thoughtful, intelligent, whatever. And just find out. Yeah. Yeah. The the whole thing with money and the dollar, the petrodollar, the quackamalacka dollar, what is it called? The BRICS. Yeah. And we as a people can um, circumvent the whole need for a currency. And that's the power that we have as a people, because the only thing they have is our sweat equity and our currency. Now, how do we starve them of that, right? We start bartering in our own communities. We start buying quality secondhand from people in our communities instead of buying brand new garbage from China. We start growing our own food. We start having some method of sustainability of how would you survive without them? That's how we starve them out. We survive without them. They don't want us to survive without them. That's why they're trying to take out all the farmers, all the small farmers who provide quality food to their communities. They're trying to take them out. I don't think so. I don't think so. What movie's that from? I don't think so. Who just watched Rat Race? Was that Jonathan that just watched Rat Race? Um, the end game, well, end, it's hard to say. But all this political theater, it's City of London. That's my final word on that.